Well, welcome everyone here to Pimlico Racecourse here in Maryland. I'm very happy to be joined by Jonathan from the Arabian Jockey Club, who's going to take us through the runners in this year's UAE President's Cup, the American leg. So it's going to be really exciting. So Jonathan, maybe if you could tell us a little bit about the race first before we get into the runners, that'd be great.
This is a Grade 1 race, the richest Arabian horse race in the United States with a $100,000 purse. They'll be going 1 mile and 1/16, a field of 9 with former winners, horses of the year, champions. But this one here that we start off with, Wikipedia number 4, she's just a maiden and she's young. She's a 4-year-old filly, one of 3 4-year-old fillies in the race. This will be a good experience for her, kind of like another maiden Hiab Al-Zaman had a couple of years ago before he ended up becoming horse of the year.
Oh no, well that's amazing. Look, I've had some involvement with the UAE President's Cup. I had a runner 2 years ago, but in the English leg, and you know, so it's good to see young horses obviously in the English leg, so it's all 4-year-olds, so who knows, maybe it could be a winner today on a maiden. So who would we have next?
Similar to the English leg, to have that race on the St. Leger, part of the Triple Crown for English racing, and then to have this race at the Preakness, part of the American Triple Crown. Now you said you've had a runner. This is the first year where Ashley, Chase, and I have had a runner, and this is our horse, and we got him to have the experience to run in this race, RB Rathawain, and I even, we went all out. I even got a tie clip with his image on him. Wow. So yeah, we're very excited to have that experience. You've had it as part of, was it the first Irish syndicate?
We were the first Irish owners to have a runner in the UK equivalent of the race. So it's going to be really exciting. I wish the best. So hopefully in it at the end, and you'll feel that excitement. It's an amazing feeling.
Exactly, and we've gotten to know these horses so well over the years covering them, but to have your own horse, that's a different experience.
Of course, yeah. No. Now, who's this now?
This is the Mare Stare coming from WMA Big Baby. She's going to break from the inside, post position number 1. The thing that she likes longer races. Okay. So you look through her record, sprint races, hasn't done as well, but when you let her go 2 turns, American races all generally run on race courses that are 1 mile in circumference. So when they can go longer distance, that's when she's at her best. And that's another great part of Arabian racing, is to see the fillies and mares taking on the male horses. This one, you're going to want to meet him. You can see he's got a great personality. This is Like Moulin Rouge from post position number 5. He was champion older horse in the United States in 2022. And I mean, he's just a gorgeous horse. He's built very well. Yep, that's right. And every time we come by, he always seems to like reading the program.
Wow.
He does his homework on who his opposition will be.
Oh, exactly. Lovely, lovely horse. Beautiful horse.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, can't see who we have here now. Oh,
this is a 400 proof AA. And he'll be breaking from near the outside in post position number 8. Every time I've come by him, he's always, made sure to give a nod that we recognize him. And he was a horse that was claimed for $10,000 in February, and now he's running for new owners to be able to have a horse in this race. Kind of similar to what we did. Without too much initial investment, you can have a horse running on one of the biggest stages in the world, really.
Wow, what a great story to have a claim, and then here on the biggest day of racing in Maryland.
Exactly.
10,000, an absolute steal. So
now, this horse here, Diamond Gem AA, the reigning horse of the year as a 4-year-old. You don't often see 3-year-olds winning horse of the year, but he did that last year. The first 3-year-old to win horse of the year since 2009, and I mean, it just incredible to look at, incredible talent. This is a special one for many, many years to come, we expect. And he's also just really quiet, really laid back, unless you do something that he doesn't like. Then I heard that he lets you know that.
Well, we won't do anything that, especially before the race, but no, a lovely horse and one to probably watch today, so definitely be interesting to see how he gets on.
Yeah, now he has similar breeding and is bred by the same connections as this horse. This is Quicksand AA. So we had a 4-year-old in Diamond Gem AA. This is a 10-year-old Quicksand AA. Wow. This is his 5th time in the race. He won it in 2018. He was runner-up last year. He was 3rd in 2021. When he comes on the track, he struts. He loves what he does. He puffs up. It's interesting that they're both from the same breeders, similar breeding lines, but they're very different. They look different, they have different demeanors, and he's been such a great ambassador for the breed in the United States.
And that's something that, you know, coming from obviously Ireland, where we wouldn't have a lot of knowledge of Arabians, the fact that they can run so late, you know, and seeing some of these great horses year on year on year. You know, I was very fortunate to be in Qatar when Ibraz won the Triple Crown, and just being able to see them here is, I think, something so unique with Arabian racing, that you get these stars who will stay for such a long time. So it's great that he's here. Looking forward to seeing him out at the tender age. 10 years young.
If he wins, he will actually be the second 10-year-old winner in 3 years.
Wow.
Because Paddy's Day won it a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah. Paddy's Day is actually at our farm now.
Oh,
so
wow.
We enjoy watching them on the track and just being around them as well. This is an 8-year-old. This is a horse that won this race in 2019, RB Texas Hold'em, and he's breaking from post position number 7. After he won in 2019, he went to the UAE, ran there a little bit. He was off for over a year, came back to the United States, won first time back in the US. So he's starting to get his legs back underneath him. But to think, you know, a horse who last ran in this race 4 years ago won it, he's going to try and come back and win it again.
Well, I say he has every chance to come back, you know, having done the trip, and he's come back now to the US. He's settling back in, because sometimes when horses travel, you know, it can set them up. But well, let's see. Maybe he'll strike twice. Lightning does hit twice, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Now, his stablemate, this is AA Take a Chance, was actually born the same year that he won. So he's one of the young 4-year-olds in the race. And he was bred in Colorado. And one of the things about Arabians is they start to mature a little bit later. So he did well as a 3-year-old, but he's better as a 4-year-old. He's won 2 races in a row. So what I really like is you have some of the horses that are older. Yeah, that's right. He knows when we're talking about him.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he, you know, I think it's a great sign that there are 3 4-year-olds in this race, and horses that could really be stars of the sport for years to come. Because, you know, we have seen Quicksand for many, many years. This will be the last year he runs in the race. But now we got a good group of horses ready to take the baton.
No, it's an amazing mix of old and young. The young challengers coming up, some of the ones who've already won the race. It's set to be an amazing race. And right after the Preakness, the showcase race, straight into the UAE President's Cup race. And that's the great thing about Arabian racing, the way it's set up. You get these massive days, and how many people are going to be here? Tens of thousands of people.
Tens of thousands. We're going to push 100,000.
100?
Yeah,
no. We'll see.
We'll see. The crowds have started to come back. But I think a big thing also is your involvement, and to have Equine Meta Record be part of this, it just adds that extra layer of authenticity, integrity, and I know that when I'm traveling around the world covering all the big races, when I see you there, I know it's going to be done right.
Oh no, well thank you very much. Look, we've been very proud to partner again with the Preakness and help clear all of the animal welfare and anti-doping compliance records. So all these horses, I know more. I didn't get to see them. This is my first time seeing them. I've seen them when the documents have been coming in, and so they're all cleared. And that is what we are really proud to do, is ensure that the best animal welfare and anti-doping protocols are being followed and complied with. So thank you so much. It's amazing to see the horses, and I just can't wait for the race now.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you might be hearing the music in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a party here, it's a party over by the track. So yeah, this is amazing to be part of. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me.